Welcome to Clinchfield Railroad.
Welcome to Train Sim World 2.
Thank you. We've played Train Sim World 2 before, though.
You've just been awarded some action points.
Okay, they're just gonna walk us through the entire
It is
game.
necessary to be
Thought we had to start with... the other routes, but okay. Sure, we can do the tutorial, that's fine. Get to look at this beautiful train. Oh, trees cleared.
This is
nice.
one of many interactives to be discovered.
Okay, thank you. Let's get in this train. This beautiful, gorgeous thing. Like I said, I actually have a model of this looking train in real life. Not this exact color scheme. It's a Santa Fe color scheme. Actually, I have two models, but the other one's more of like a toy. I have like an actual like model train and then like a toy version that I got at a water park because I thought it was kind of cool. I mean, it's like the same size. It's like an HO scale, but obviously it's not official HO scale. So I gotta open the door. Not gonna let me open the door. Okay, what about on this side? Can I open the door on this side? No, I cannot. Can I? Okay, I can use the keyboard. Nice. Or the mouse. Oh, and now I can close it. Nice, okay.
A lot of time will be spent operating trains, so when ready, sit in the engineer's seat.
Ooh, fancy. Look at this interior. I'll go ahead and jump cut through all this, because I know you guys probably just want to see me drive the train. Here we go. We're going. Very interesting, though. I love the interior of this thing. Rear horn.
The Clinchfield Railroad is both an originator of coal tonnage and a bridge line for manifest freight traffic.
Okay. Very cool. Yeah, I'm super excited.
This locomotive is a classic electromotive F7 diesel electric. The Clinchfield Railroad operates 24 of the cab-equipped A unit and 20 of the booster B units.
Very cool. Interesting how they're having us do the whole tutorial again, though. You'd think that, you know, we've done the tutorial. Again, I did click on the introduction, but yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be like a tutorial, which is okay. It's fine. Because, yeah, I mean, you know, we did... In order to start this game, you have to choose either, you know, one of the three starters. Sandpatch Grade, London Underground, or the ice trains, German ice trains. Sandpatch Grade, London Underground, German ice trains. Those are the three routes you have at the start. You have to buy this one. So the fact that it actually has like a tutorial in it beats me. But either way, it's fine. It's, you know what, it's cool. Let's go ahead and speed up a little bit more actually, can we? No, we cannot.
You've only explored a small area here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy.
This is what I was expecting.
Welcome to the Clinchfield Railroad. The Clinchfield is one of America's most famous and iconic railroads. Thanks to its rugged, remote, awe-inspiring scenery and tough mountain operations, the Clinchfield is often called the Rio Grande of the East. The north end of the Clinchfield is in the heart of Appalachian coal country, and you'll be serving mines, tipples and loaders along the railroad's main line and branches. The Clinchfield is also a busy artery for manifest freight moving between America's Midwest and South. As an engineer on the Clinchfield, you'll face the challenges of steep grades and heavy tonnage. Along the way, don't forget to repair broken fences, clear fallen logs, refill fire buckets, and bag up spilled coal. Whether operating on the main line or working on the branch lines, you choose the pace. Welcome to the legendary Clinchfield Railroad.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah, very interesting. It does seem a little bit similar, being in the Appalachians, to Sandpatch Grade. So that is interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue the journey and do the F7 introduction, which I think is this train, or it could be the other train, I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, we'll use immersion control scheme. That is fine. It just means we don't have as many camera options as we usually do. Yep, the F7 is this one, okay.
Welcome to Engineer Training. Here you'll be taken through the operation of a classic electromotive division F7 diesel electric locomotive. During this brief introduction, we will go through the critical locomotive controls and freight operations. When you're ready, climb aboard to get started.
Oh, look, here comes another train now. Hello, other train. Hello. Goodbye. Goodbye, other train. Goodbye. Yay, now it works.
Take a seat in the engineer's position. This is where
Yay.
you'll be spending. The fuel pump will need to be closed to allow fuel to reach the locomotive.
Okay, ooh. Lots of switches. Fuel pump.
The engine is currently shut down and will need to be started before progressing. Press and hold the engine start button to activate it.
Engine stop is red, engine start is green. Nice. There we go.
The isolation valve is currently in the start position. Use the indicated control to set the isolation valve to the run position.
Run, there we go.
The rotaire valve allows the operator to set the brake mode to match the required operation of the locomotive. For the lead locomotive of a long train, use the freight setting. For the lead locomotive of a shorter train, use the passenger setting. If the locomotive is a trailing locomotive, use the appropriate freight or passenger lap setting. If running as a light locomotive, the passenger setting is recommended for rapid brake response.
Gotcha. Okay, so for our operation, we want freight, which is over here.
The reverser determines the direction of travel.
And this kind of central tube-looking thing. Transition. Oh. Ooh, we're gonna learn about it now.
The transition lever is used to control the flow of the electrical current to the traction motors, which is set based on the movement the locomotive is currently performing. As we are performing switching duties around a yard, we will need to set the control to series parallel shunt. Do this now by using the indicated lever.
Okay, so what do we have? Off, series parallel shunt, and we can't see what's after that. Okay.
The unit selector is used by the engineer to specify how many locomotives are in the current lash-up. Use the indicated lever to set the number of locomotives in this formation.
So we have one train, and then we have another one behind us, so we need two.
The generator field switch will need to be set. Use the indicated switch to activate the generator field now.
Generator field. Engine run. Independent brake. Independent brake to release. Oh, it just won't release.
For this introduction, we will be performing switching duties and handling the loading of hoppers.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and grab our throttle. Okay, throttle. Okay, automatic brake is already released. We are powering forward. We can blow the horn. We're supposed to blow the horn. Nice. A little bit more power. There we go, a little bit more power. But yeah, you're supposed to blow the horn when you're starting a locomotive, so let everybody know, hey, this train's moving. Oh, that's a sander right there. Okay, that's probably useful to know that that's there.
Coasting is a method used to efficiently maintain speed.
Okay, we're going to set the throttle to idle there.
Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin overspeeding, apply a small amount of brake.
The throttle has a braking range? Oh no, we have an automatic brake. But no, very, very cool. I'm loving this train so far. It's so cool. Because I had no idea they were this, you know, there were this many things. Because, you know, the modern train, really, modern freight trains look, you know, way simpler. They're way simpler than this. This is like, you know, back in the days of old freight trains, there was a lot more things going on, obviously. Obviously we do have a safety pedal. Or a DSD pedal, they're called nowadays. But yeah, safety pedal, DSD pedal, same kind of thing. It looks like we're going over to some coal to hook up to it. Very nice. We can go blow the horn again. Love that. Good old American horns. Not these wimpy-sounding European horns. Although the train we were on last time was alright. The Long Island Railroad horn was alright. I'll give it that. Sounded kind of like a steam train. But yeah, this train's definitely going to be a lot different than probably the other one, the newer model. The GP40. Is it the GP40? I could be getting that really wrong. Are we going to learn how to switch the switches now? We're going to have to switch the switch. Okay, we'll go ahead and apply extra auto. Independent brake. And automatic brake. Oh, it's transition? It's selected transition, so I wonder if that's sort of like a dynamic brake. Probably. Yeah, probably does act like a dynamic brake.
This yard features both manual and automatic switches. The manual switches will need to be set on foot before departing. Climb down now and make sure the switches are set to the correct position.
Just for the sake of this tutorial, I'll do it manually, but usually we would just do it in here and then click it. But for the sake of the tutorial, and because I just love doing it, but sometimes it's just kind of a pain, we'll do it manually. And also need to see what the junctions look like, so whoop! Very nice.
The hoppers are in front of us. You will need to approach them slowly to safely couple and avoid a potential derailment.
I just want to see what the whoop! Look at that! Look at the track switch. Beautiful. Okay, so nice and steady to the hoppers to couple. So we'll go ahead and apply a bit of power. Power 3. Let the power spool up. Oh, we can release the auto brake. That would also help a little bit, probably. Okay, we can go ahead and idle. Oh, actually, we can go ahead and use independent brake, actually. There's no need to use auto brake. At this point in time, we can just be using independent brake. A little bit better. When we're just, you know, a single train. You know, easier to use as well. Is it an automatic coupling? I think it might be auto coupling. We're bouncing back. We need to get those couplers. There we go. Okay, coupled.
With the hoppers successfully coupled, your next task is to bring the cut of cars over to the tipple to begin the loading process.
Oh, wait.
When loading hoppers, you need to keep to a slow and controlled speed to allow the loader to correctly and safely load the hoppers. Apply a small amount of power to start moving, and then adjust the throttle back to the idle position once you're traveling at no more than 3 miles per hour.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so we need to... over there. Okay. Okay, so let's release the brakes. We were kind of rolling backwards a little bit, so I had to apply some power. There we go. Let's go ahead and throttle up. Gotta go ahead and overcome that backwards stuff we had going. We didn't check to make sure this junction is good, but it should be good. Yeah, it's good. We wouldn't want to derail on the junction. Yeah, we'll just go slowly, like I said, no more than 3 miles per hour through the coal tipple. Here, a little bit of throttle. Keep our speed up. Kind of hard uphill, actually. A little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a tricky to maintain, you know, 3 miles per hour. We're like going uphill. There's like a bit of a delay, so you have to like accept the delay almost. So like after you deactivate it, you then want to soon reactivate it before you slow down all the way, because there, like I said, there's a delay. Okay, coal being filled, beautiful. And there we go. Beautiful. Don't drop coal on us, please. Did we do it? We might have been going too fast for one of them. Okay, yeah, that one wasn't quite full. Nor was that one. There we go.
Nice job. The hoppers are now loaded. Your final task is to couple this cut of cars to the waiting train.
Okay, set the switch to access the main line. Are we on the switch? We are on the switch. Okay, so go from reverse to forward, get off the switch, move off the switch. We can go ahead and get out to make sure that we're clear before switching it. Climb down the ladder. Make sure that we're clear. Yeah, we're clear. Okay. Let's go ahead and switch that rail. There we go. Now we'll go straight ahead.
You will need to contact the dispatcher before you can leave the yard. Contact the dispatcher and ensure you're given clearance before proceeding.
Okay. Will do. Okay, we can proceed at restricted speed. Okay, so let's... I guess we gotta put the reverser to reverse. Right, reverse, probably? We'll just make sure that's good before, you know, flooring it. And yep, that seems like, yep, that's the right direction. Okay. So it's not too far away, but we do have to go at restricted speed, like they said. So let's go ahead and give this a little bit of a speed up. Look at this beautiful, beautiful train. Oh, I just love it. Let's go! Okay, so here we are. Arriving at our destination. Forgot to check the junctions, but I'm assuming they're all good. Yeah, that's gonna be straight ahead. Oh, we're going way too fast. They had to put in the emergency brake there. But that seems like an alright stop to me. Is the switch set? Oh, the switch is set. We were supposed to, okay, I guess I have the derail turned off, because, yeah, that would have totally derailed us. Yeah, should have followed the switches, should have switched them, but we're on the rails still. Almost fell off, but we're fine. We're fine. No worries. Let's go and put the reverser to forward, and we're going back the same way we came. So let's do it again. You may not even need brakes for this. It seems like the train is slowing down pretty much all by itself. So I think we'll just let it hit. I think under 5 miles per hour is usually the accepted for coupling, but we'll try to do maybe under 3. Or just whatever speed we happen to be hitting the cars at. As long as it's not like less than 1. Speed us up a bit, because we are getting pretty slow. We need a little bit of speed. There we go. Get ready for the big badoosh.
With the hoppers now coupled, you can uncouple the locomotive from the train.
Ooh.
Use the cut bar on the rear hopper to uncouple the hoppers from this locomotive.
Okay, make sure we're stopped. Okay, we are stopped. So there's like a bar. Right over here. We have to climb over. It's on this side. Okay, climb over the coupler. There we go. We can just kind of hit that. There we go. Perfect. Also, the locomotive has one right here.
Good job. That is all of the tasks that have been assigned to you for now. Bring the locomotive back to the yard for use later in the day.
Okay, we gotta go back to the yard. Go ahead and apply a bit of throttle. I always like to do this. Apply a bit of throttle. Wait for the amps to build up, and then release the brake so that you're sure that you don't roll back in and recouple and just overall create a big problem. So there we go. We're pulling away now. We can go ahead and switch our brakes on over to independent. And we're off. See ya, cars. They're going to be hauled away by some other train. Okay, back again, and then I think we have time to do the other train really quick. And then, yeah. But yeah, the other train's obviously not going to be as interesting. It should still be interesting, but probably not as interesting as these. Also, look at this. We got, like, some doors here for, like, passengers. Although, I guess maybe that's just engine access. Because there was no door in the cabin to go back there. So, interesting. We probably should make sure we have the things set right? Oh, no, they're already set right? Yes, it's just an automatic switch right here. Okay. We gotta contact the signaler again. Probably could have done that while still rolling, but I was a little nervous. But yeah, gotta contact that good old signaler person again. Let them know we're leaving. Obviously. Independent brake. There we go. Not really a shed. I would say more of a siding than a shed, but whatever. It's a train parking lot. We are going downhill though, so oof. 1.1% downhill. Okay, there we go. Good.
Good work. That concludes all of the basics of operating this locomotive.
Hey, are those our coal cars? They're taking our coal cars. I guess that's why we put them together, so someone else could take them. And there they go. They're taking them. I know, that was really cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so go check out the other train real quick. It might be another long... Oh, no, we're not doing this yet. This one might be, just as much as the other one, but I can time-lapse most of it, so it won't be as long. We'll just get the basics, because we've driven an SD40 on this channel before.
Welcome to Engineer Training. Here you'll be taken through the operation of an Electromotive Division SD40 diesel-electric locomotive.
Oh, refueling. Okay, so a little bit different, actually. We get to refuel it. But yeah, we have done an SD40 back in Train Sim World 1, but we haven't actually done it in Train Sim World 2. No, really we haven't. The only freight trains we've messed with were, like, the Tues Valley line. Yeah. Been a while since we've messed with a good old SD40.
Take a seat in the engineer's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time.
But as you can see, yeah. Look how much more simplified it is compared to the other one.
The main circuit breaker is used to allow power to the locomotive. Use the indicated control to set it to the closed position.
Although the startup probably is a lot... Although the startup is a lot more complicated, admittedly. Start, stop, isolate.
The engine will first need to be primed to start the locomotive. Use the indicated switch and hold it in the prime position for 10 seconds.
We actually need to go outside onto the side of the train. Oh wait, no, up here? Oh no, we can do it from here. Usually you can go back here and I think do it from here, like through these doors. But I guess I didn't know there was a switch inside. Cool. Fuel prime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give or take a few, and start. I hear something. There we go.
Now that the engine has been primed, it's time to start it up. Using the same switch as before, move it into the start position and hold it there for 5 seconds to start the engine.
Oh, okay. Did a little wrong there. Okay, now it's started.
With the engine now running, set the isolation switch to the run position.
Okay.
Nice work. The locomotive is now ready for operation. This locomotive has 3 brake systems. The automatic brake controls the brakes on the locomotive and all the cars in the consist.
Yep, we had these in the other train
too. The
too.
brake is used to control only the locomotive's brakes and is primarily used when running light. The dynamic brake is used to help control the train's speed when operating on mainline and branch line grades.
Ah, I can't select it, but it's right, it's that one. No, wait, that's not it.
Independent brake to control our speed. Now move the automatic brake lever into the release position.
Okay, I don't know where the dynamic brake is, but it's usually like right under the... Maybe it's this right here, the selector lever? I think it might be the selector lever. Either way. Release.
The cutoff valve will need to be set to the required position. Do this now by moving the cutoff valve and setting it to freight.
So this was similar to that rotary valve we had on the other train. So yeah, everything is similar, just the other one had it kind of, you know, there was a couple more steps, but really, it's the same sort of thing.
The MU2A valve must also be set up to the required position. Move the indicated switch and set it to lead or dead.
This is yeah, this is set. This is also like the locomotive selector we had on the other one. So there we go.
Activate the auxiliary systems as indicated.
Generator, fuel pump, engine run, generator field, control and fuel pump right next to there. If I can bop it, reverser handle.
The reverser is used to determine the direction of travel.
Interesting. Okay, forward. Selector lever, okay.
The selector lever allows you to move between power and dynamic braking.
Okay.
The B setting allows the throttle handle to control the dynamic brake, and the 1 setting allows it to apply power. Set the selector lever to 1 now.
Okay, so this is a little bit different than what I'm used to. Usually there would be the throttle, and then instead of this, you'd have a separate dynamic brake lever. This changes the throttle to a dynamic brake, which I think was probably the problem. I think this is what caused the Unstoppable incident, to be honest. I think they messed up the selector lever. If you guys have seen that movie, basically, they set the throttle to 8 when they meant to set dynamic 8. And I think it was because they messed up the selector lever. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I've never seen a train with a selector lever before. So it is interesting.
For this introduction, we will be moving this locomotive over to the fuel racks to refuel.
Ooh, interesting. Ooh, we got a turntable right here.
This yard features manual switches which will need to be set on foot before departing. Climb down now and make sure the switches are set to the correct positions.
Turntable. Turntable. Okay, so we could go all the way over there, or we could just, you know, click it. Just bop it. Wait, I'm doing the wrong one. You're really gonna make me go out and do it. Fine. But yeah, no, very interesting. Have never seen a selector lever before. Usually the dynamic brake is, you know, a separate thing, not the throttle. So hopefully we don't have an Unstoppable incident where we think we're in dynamic brake, then activate the throttle, and then, well, we would not dynamic brake. That was throttle. This one. Badoom. Ching.
This locomotive is now ready for service. Use the throttle and apply a small amount of power to get moving.
Okie dokie. Let's move the locomotive. So where are we going? Let me just make sure everything's right. So we're gonna pull out. Nope, I messed that one up. There we go. Close the door. And let's go. Let's get moving. Throttle 1. It's a very interesting turntable. It seems more like a turntable that you wouldn't really park a train on, but just kind of adjust depending on where you want your train to go. Interesting, because yeah, it's like that rail takes you kind of to the same spot, but like over there it would be like a little different. I guess if you want to get to that rail, you'd have to park the train on the turntable, then turn. Yeah, that's interesting. Seems like you could just have a junction do the same thing, but I don't know. I think it might just be slightly too many options for a junction. Either way, that's cool. I like turntables; they're fun. You don't really get to use them too often though in this game, unfortunately. Very sad. Very sad about that, you know. Wish turntables were used more. Oh, we should be going 10 miles per hour.
Keeping to speed limits is important. If you begin speeding, apply a small amount of brake by moving the handle into the braking range.
Okie dokie. Oh, gosh. A little late on that, aren't you, game? I guess I should have been going faster sooner. Oh, well. Oh, yeah, by the way, you should be stopping now. Oh, thanks. In a train, where I need to know that, like, ahead of time. Okay, so yeah, we can do it in the map. That's fine. That one that we were messing with was just being a little finicky. Okay. There we go. Okay, reverser time. Reverser's already set. Yep, because we had to back onto the point. Release the brakes. And we're going backwards. We're backing it on up. Fly over this turntable. Never actually gone over a turntable at speed before, so this is interesting. Oh, no, never mind. We're not going over the turntable. Never mind. Thought we were. And then we switched. I got worried there because I thought we were going to go off that rail. Whoopsies. That would have been bad. I don't know what happened, though. It looks like an explosion happened. It's a lot of smoke. Yeah, it's like something really big exploded there or something. Either way. Actually, we can use independent brake. Yeah, that's probably better. Independent brake. Make sure we are close enough to the fuel. Make sure our fuel is lined up. And there we go. That should be good. Beautiful. That should be close enough.
With the locomotive now positioned next to the fuel rack, you will need to prepare the locomotive for refueling.
Okay, how do we do that?
To begin, open the fuel cap to allow access to the locomotive's fuel tank.
Here I was thinking we had to do something inside the locomotive, like shut down the engine. But no, that would take too long. You saw how long it took us to start the engine. Stopping it probably takes even longer. So we're just gonna insert fuel with the engine running. Nothing's bad happened because of that, right?
Now take hold.
I know how to refuel a train.
With the hose now inserted into the tank, you can begin refueling. Use the indicated control to allow fuel to flow into the tank.
Yay, turn the valve. The fuel is now a-flowing. And we can watch it from here. We can watch the fuel fill. We're at 2,000 gallons. Can hold 3,600 US gallons. That's a lot of gallons. But it is a thirsty boy, this train. Very thirsty. Almost there. You can do it. And full. Oh, not quite. Okay, now it is. But it's not moving anymore. Just give it a minute, I guess. There we go.
Nice work. The locomotive is now fully fueled and ready for service. Return the hose back to the fuel rack and reattach the fuel cap to finish the job.
Okay, there we go. Bop. And close. I'll pick it up again. Oh, we did it too quick.
Good work. That concludes all of the basics of operating and refueling this locomotive.
Very nice. So there we go. That was our mission to refuel this happy locomotive. So yeah, there we go. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe for new videos. Have a great day, rest of your day, and yeah, next time we'll have to see what we'll be doing next time. A lot of big scenarios with couple two-parters in the future. This looks like a three-parter, to be honest, for me. And it's with SD40, so yeah, it will be a little while till we see the C7 again. But you know what? This SD40 CRR, I guess, is interesting. With the selector lever, I'm actually really intrigued to hop in and see what it's all about. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.